Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing one of the greatest movies of all time. I feel like that's a fact. So this movie is called The Fifth Wave. Let me get y'all the professional description before I tell you what it's about. There will be spoilers of this movie. Just know that. So if you haven't seen it, click off now. Or unless you like being spoiled for yourself, then still watch it. I'm gonna look this up online real quick. The Fifth Wave. Great show, by the way. Okay, so first it starts off with these groups, like it's everybody on Earth, alien. Basically, it's sci-fi movies. Sci-fi, so you know it's already the best movie there is. The human race stands on the brink of extinction as a series of alien attacks decimate the planet, causing earthquakes, tsunamis, and disease. Separated from her family, Ohio teenager Cassie Sullivan will do whatever it takes to reunite with her brother Sam. Fate leads her to form an alliance with Evan Walker, a mysterious young man who may be her last hope. Forced to trust each other, Cassie and Evan fight for survival during the fifth assault from the invaders. Okay, this was made in 2016. Let me just explain to y'all. Y'all don't get how great this movie actually is. Let me put this over here. Okay, so, y'all, let me just explain like this. All these waves, right? It starts off with us like earthquake, then a tsunami. When I tell you the plot twist, see, it's like when you can see something coming, but you don't know how it's gonna actually happen. So I was like, okay, this guy's definitely an alien, but how is it gonna be revealed? I don't know. Whether or not he's gonna betray her, what it's gonna be, if she's gonna figure it out. All I knew was this guy's an alien. The guy she's working with, Evan, he's an alien. That's all I knew. I knew when I first saw him, that guy's an alien. That guy is 100% an alien. He's part of the invaders. I knew that for a fact when I first saw him. What I didn't know was how everything was going to execute and happen. And it's the same thing with the government. They took all the kids. They killed off all the adults, right? And they took all of the kids. Since they took all the kids are like at this new camp now with the government, and the government's training them to basically kill the aliens that are invading the planet. Plot twist to others, not really to me. I already knew this, but I knew the government was evil. I knew somehow the government was going to be evil, whether they were the invaders or whether or not they were just evil and just want to kill off everybody. That's all I knew. I did not know. And here's a plot twist I'm going to tell y'all: is that the government ended up being the invaders. The government were the invaders. They were part of the invaders, and they had just been planted there years before the attack actually happened, just so they could get rises up in power. And then it was absolutely crazy to me, honestly. They took the kids. These kids are thinking we're fighting other aliens. We're not other aliens. They're fighting the aliens to get rid of them off this planet and have their home back. What they didn't realize is they were killing each other. That's exactly what they were doing. They were killing each other. Because there's like a little thing, binoculars, basically. So with the binoculars, they can see inside their brains, and it shows a little marking, and its marking is supposed to tell you whether or not somebody's an alien. When they realized every single person had an alien in their brain, they realized, okay, the government is behind this. The government just wants us to kill each other off. So now they're trying to basically survive. The aliens, we don't even know all we know is that the aliens want their planet. Their motive is kind of unclear. It's been a while since I watched the movie, but I love this movie so much that I have memorized it. So I just know for a fact their motive, very unclear. Like over here, it doesn't see TV. Here's a fifth wave. Aliens, humans, government. The government just so happens to be the aliens. But you can't differentiate between the humans and the aliens because the aliens look like the humans. That's something they figured out. Aliens look like the humans. So when they killed all the parents off, Cassie was able to escape. Cassie and her brother Sam able to escape. And then you know what's super weird to me though? Like Cassie was a 16-year-old. 16 in high school, going through all this. Then she meets Evan. Evan is 22 at least. 22 at least. And I got a weird vibe from them. That's all I'm going to say. I thought it was kind of weird. But at the end of the day, I think the movie was great. Acting, was it like the best Oscar-nominated acting I've ever seen? I don't really know. But I love the acting. So I'm going to give the acting like a 10. The plot a 10. What they did though, I feel like they could have made a sequel, but they can't make the sequel now. That's the only thing I think. If you're making a sequel, you can't make it now because sadly a lot of shows or movies that had one ending and you could piggyback off of that ending and make a sequel to it or a series to it, I feel like they're gonna butcher it. It's like, oh, I don't know if I should say this, but it's kind of like how, you know, when somebody makes a sequel, it's like an unnecessary sequel or a sequel that's just, you should at this point you shouldn't have even made a sequel at all. You should have just kept it on the cliffhanger instead of butchering everything before, because that's a common thing with a lot of sequels now, is that they should basically just try and disregard what the original was. Like they did that with, I know they do it a lot with books and TV shows. They butcher the book's plot and everything. Just take the characters, and then it's a completely different thing. And it's the same with with this. I feel like is you could make a sequel to The Fifth Wave, but if you made a sequel, you have to use the exact characters. You have to use everybody that was in the original. And if you're gonna add new people, those new people just have to fit really well. Because it's really easy to butcher a good movie with a sequel. It's like the good movie, first movie, great. Not every movie needs a sequel. I can promise you that. Some shows, they need to end after just the first 3 or the first 5. Certain shows, I was watching the Fast and Furious. The amount of people that would say Fast and Furious should have ended after the 5th one or the 7th one. That's what they always say, because they end up ruining it. And so I feel like they don't need to make it. I want them to make a second one, but I just feel like knowing how every movie is, when you want a second movie and they give you a second movie and it's kind of butchered. No, I don't know about that. But the actors, great. Loved them. And honestly, I recommend that movie 10 out of 10. It can be on Tubi, and sometimes it's free on YouTube. Tubi has little waves. Well, it's kind of Fifth Wave, a wave. Tubi comes in waves, so a certain show will be on there for a month or 2, and then they'll switch off. They'll switch off, basically. Right now, Valentine's Day just passed, so they kind of just switched up all the rom-coms that used to be on there, every single lovey rom-com. Probably not gonna be on there. There's they're ones that there's always those shows that kind of stick on there, just on there all year round. Like Orphan, the movie Orphan. I love that movie. I have to do a review on it. But the movie Orphan, it's the same way with them, honestly. All Halloween, it'll be on Tubi. So Tubi, The Fifth Wave on Tubi is probably gonna be around summer or in April, because that's just how Tubi works with The Fifth Wave. But sometimes you can find for free on other platforms. But 10 out of 10, I love that movie so much. I do want a sequel, but knowing how movies and certain sequels, you get disappointed. So yeah, that's it. If y'all enjoyed my review, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.